I am actually so fucking shocked. Look at that. The ZR1 is in Champion 2. The Senna GTR is in Champion 2. And the EVO cars, where's the SF90? Champion 1? Okay, it's not here. Legends League? What? No, I doubt they would. Okay. But here it is. They finally fucking moved it around and shifted it around. I'll have to pay extra attention to the car placements now because this might be a sign of hope. Are we actually starting to balance what cars can actually go against what cars? Or am I just being a bit too hopeful? Anyway, we're gonna race with the Living Legend for one race. I think I'm in Champion 3. Let's see if this car has like any purpose. Yikes. Still hasn't fixed it since this morning. Finally, it took me like 4 attempts. Okay, so today I think I saw one of the most funniest shit I think I've ever seen in a long time since working where I've been working, right? So let me give you all the story real quick. So imagine there's this woman, right? Normally she comes in for her checkup every now and then or whatever the case is. But this has been like the 3rd time that I would have transferred her into accident and emergency, which is basically the emergency department in the hospital. Now, let me tell you something real quick. This lady is weird. Weird in not a bad way, but weird in a makes you question what's on her mind way. Now, the very few times that she has, came through, she always has like this weird look that she looks at you with. Like she looks at you with like this diva / hungry / I want you to do things to me type look. And then she hits you with these like sly comments or these smart remarks. And she was like, oh, I wonder what the driver can do to try to make me feel better. And so on and so on. Mind you, she has the nurse and the freaking attendant with her. But she's thinking about what I can do. Oh shit, it's classic. Now, when I was dropping her in the ward and registering her as a patient, she started telling me all kinds of stuff about, oh, you look good. I like your haircut. You look like you can do with some time off. You look like you could do it a vacation, etc., etc. And then started telling me, you know what? Maybe you and I, when I get out of the ward, because I'm not going to stay long, maybe if I can get your number, I can call you and maybe you can drop me somewhere where we can have a good time. Okay. Now, mind you, this woman looked like she's probably like, maybe mid 30s. Let's say mid or early 30s. And I have nothing against it, right? But what I'm saying is she didn't know my age. And this has an important factor in the story, which I'll get to as soon as the race loads. Yeah, yada, yada, yada. Fast forward. And then, yeah, she basically told me after I registered in the ward, she just came for a checkup. Again, I don't know what's wrong. She keeps saying that there's some kind of thing happening to her, but when the doctors check her and the nurses check her, she's just fine. And where in my country, healthcare is free. So, I mean, if you want to, do your stuff, make sure you're good, then by all means do it because it's free. And I was like, I'm a doctor. All right. I know what you're about to say. You're probably saying, Riddick, what performance? Why the fuck would you even, initiate something? I'm gonna kill this Lycan. Oh, he pulled away. Alright. Nah, he's smart, because let him had only touched my car. Just drifting ass. He was surely dead. Anyway, I'm straying for the point. So, yada, yada, yada. Fast forward a bit. I sat down outside to talk to her because she started telling me she just needs somebody to talk to for a little bit. She has something on her mind. She's of concern. I said, you know what? This will be the 3rd time that I've brought you. No, I lied. This will be the 2nd time that I've brought you into the wards for a checkup or whatever the case is. Sure, we can have that conversation. Just give me a second. Okay, she starts telling me the world of stuff that, her husband walked out on her some years ago. She's quite lonely. She doesn't have any kids. She's trying to find something stable, but she drifts in and out because she has substance issues and whatever. I mean, she didn't quite say it so formally and so, well put together. I just basically put together everything that she told me, which was quite slack. But all in all, she said she's just longing for company. She wants somebody to spend time with, etc., etc. And most of the time, the only reason why she gets to the hospital and tends to spend, somewhat of a prolonged period of time is because she doesn't have anybody else on the home. She doesn't have family members. She doesn't have kids. She doesn't seem to quite get, a spouse. And she's not that bad looking to say, oh, well, she probably that's one of the reasons why she probably doesn't get anyone or whatever the case is. She's not bad looking at all. She has a really nice shape. She has a decently cute face card. And it's like, what's happening? So I'm concerned. I'm trying to figure out. So I'm like, I was just giving her a little bit of advice. I was saying, well, maybe you should try different approaches when it comes to your men. What's your standards? And it's a conversation that not everybody can have. I might be offensive in the next few. Fast forward a little more. Let's just say that after that extremely long conversation and so on, I decided to cut out. You know what? I'm just gonna cut it out. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. But let's just say after that entirely lengthy conversation, I didn't do anything about it. I recommended one of my guys, one of my bros. I said, I have a friend who, could potentially be, but I also don't want to put him on that to say, well, shit, she seems to be kind of broken, I don't want to set him up with a girl that might have, some issues, emotionally, a little bit emotionally unstable and stuff like that. I'm telling myself, is it the right thing to do? But at the same time, my boy, he's also reaching to that point where he and all is starting to get a bit detached because he as well is also, I'm just going to leave this race. He as well was also starting to feel like he deserves someone despite his issues or his flaws. And I said, all right, buddy, sure. So called him up. I said, I got somebody for you that can potentially, y'all could potentially gel, be something. And lo and behold, yeah, something happened. Now, I'm not sure how it's going to go. I do not know what could potentially be the end result here. Your guess is as good as mine. But I'll see how things go over time. I can probably update y'all on that. On a completely unrelated note, is this game dying? Because I've been seeing a lot of talk about this game dying recently. And then there's people saying Racing Masters is like, what's going to put the nail in the coffin for this game? Hell no. Asphalt's not going anywhere. Okay, guys? I'm going to just be the one to say that right now. Asphalt's not going anywhere. This game is not going in the trenches. It is not going to die. It may be declining in player base, but I don't think it's going to die. I still love this game with my heart. I still actively play this game. Okay, that's a lie. That's a big fat fucking lie. I play the game at least 3 times a week. Probably twice a week. Probably an hour a day. Maybe a little less than an hour a day. Maybe like half an hour a day. Or I just come online and collect the daily stuff. The tokens and credits. I might play 2 races in multiplayer. Guys, I would love to play other games for you guys. I would love to make content on other games. I need y'all to let me know.